Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. So the most highly anticipated week of the year and quite possibly the most pivotal moment in economic history that took place last Wednesday, with President Donald Trump sending shockwaves through the global economy after announcing reciprocal tariffs on more than 100 countries. In a bold and historic speech, President Donald Trump declared April the 2nd, 2025 as Liberation Day by officially ushering in a new era of global trade wars. President Donald Trump announced new tariffs covering more than 100 countries. The percentages, they range from 10%, including the UK, up to 49% for Cambodia. China received an additional 34% tariff rate above existing ones, whilst the EU, they were hit with a 20% rate. President Donald Trump, he touted Wednesday as a landmark moment in US history, saying his onslaught of tariffs against much of the world, that would make America wealthy again. Instead, the announcement of the deepest levies seen in over a century, that sparked one of the biggest stock market sell-offs in history, wiping out a total of $6.6 trillion off the global equity markets in just 2 days. This brings the total market capitalization loss since Trump's inauguration in January to over $11.1 trillion. Now, whilst Trump called it Liberation Day, many of the world's leading economists, they labeled April the 2nd, 2025 as Demolition Day, which is not surprising considering that President Trump's announcement that triggered the largest liquidation event across the global stock markets since the pandemic in 2020 and the global financial crisis in 2008, presenting savvy traders with a lucrative opportunity to sell everything and buy back at a massive discount. But here's where things get really interesting. Trading volumes on all exchanges, they hit a record of 26.4 billion on Friday. This officially surpasses the January 2021 high of 23.7 billion orders executed at the height of the meme stock mania. This was also more than double the average volume of 2024. Whichever way you look at it, one thing is clear: we are witnessing history being made. With that in mind, it is often said that history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Interestingly, we've also seen the exact scenario play out before, during the pandemic in 2020 and the global financial crisis in 2008. The global financial markets, they sold off only to rally back stronger and eventually go on to break new record highs. Right now, we are experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has potential to make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. There's a lot of traders out there that completely missed out on two of the previous greatest wealth transfers in history, including the global financial crisis of 2008 and more recently the pandemic of 2020. The ones that saw the opportunity and knew how to capitalize on it, they accumulated life-changing wealth. Once again, we find ourselves at the forefront of one of the biggest wealth creation opportunities of all time. This explosive cocktail of macro-driven events and market-moving themes that we're witnessing unfold right now under Donald Trump presidency 2.0, that now presents the third greatest wealth transfer of our lifetimes. More millionaires and billionaires, they will be made this time round than ever before. That's exactly why a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they have dubbed the current economic climate as the golden age of trading. As the famous saying goes, volatility is a trader's best friend. President Donald Trump is definitely the king of volatility. As savvy traders will know, volatility equals opportunity. And right now, we have opportunity on top of opportunity. For commodity traders, making money in these markets has never been so straightforward. The week-to-week, short-term, macro-driven trend that we're seeing right now, that can literally be summarized as buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat and do it all over again. Looking ahead, this week is all about one thing and one thing only. It's all about the macroeconomics, with rising odds of a resurgence of inflation dominating headlines in the aftermath of Trump's tariffs. This interestingly coincides with the rising odds of a recession, which ultimately means we could be heading for a period of stagflation where prices, they keep rising but growth does stall. That's one of the reasons why gold is everyone's favorite trade of 2025. Since the pullback on Friday, Gold prices, they started the week with a massive reversal, surging almost $90 on Monday as global market uncertainty hit new highs. And gold is certainly not alone. We're seeing similar massive reversals across the precious metals complex, including silver, palladium, platinum, with very attractive buying opportunities before prices take off yet again. The possibility of sooner than expected interest rate cuts in the United States, that is driving capital into safe haven metals, which could send prices back to new record highs in the weeks, if not days ahead. In a note to clients, analysts at JP Morgan, they highlighted that last week's Thursday and Friday stock market crash, that has only happened 3 times ever in America's history. The first 2 occasions were the 2008 global financial crisis and the 2020 COVID lockdown. Interestingly, the US Federal Reserve, they immediately stepped in and slashed interest rates in both events. As a result, JP Morgan, they now expect the Fed to take a similar approach following last week's steep market decline. The bank predicts that central banks could be forced to announce an emergency rate cut as soon as the next FOMC meeting in May. Elsewhere in recent days, a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, they have raised their price forecast with extremely bullish calls for gold prices to top new record highs throughout the year. The 2 most bullish forecasts, they came from French bank Societe Generale, who see the potential for gold prices to exceed $4,000 an ounce in 2025. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs, they have gone one step further by calling for gold prices to surpass $4,500 an ounce within the next 12 months under extreme market conditions. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever in history. A number of the world's largest commodity trading firms, they have declared making multi-billions of dollars in profit from commodities, and we're only a quarter of the way through the year. In fact, with everything that is currently unfolding on the global macro front, 2025, it is now officially on track to be one of the Gold and Silver Club's biggest and most profitable in our 15-year history. Our clients have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns, and we're only 4 months into the year. It's times like these, they create millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make 2025 your biggest and best yet, which based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster year due to all the current macroeconomic events that are currently unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at 1 lot, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns, and we're only a quarter of the way through the year. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, but you still want to make 2025 your best ever, go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you will ever make. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do that for you. So with that, let's go over to the charts. We'll talk you through exactly what we look at here as we head into a new week. So as discussed with you last week, we took the opportunity ahead of Wednesday's announcement, prior to the tariff announcement from Donald Trump, to bank and make sure everything was protected in the portfolio. So this meant all oil trades were protected and in profit ahead of that news item. In fact, we banked more profit on oil, just above $72 per barrel, going into Wednesday night's speech from Donald Trump. In fact, as soon as he put the tariff poster out, this is where we took the opportunity to bank yet more profit on oil before it absolutely tumbled to the downside. Now, we've been very patient here with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club to look at opportunities to reload the position much, much lower here. And of course, finally, we've been gifted with an opportunity here. Platinum, back at the swing lows. Palladium, back at the swing low. So this is offering huge opportunities for us now at the Gold and Silver Club to reload the position. Finally, we got the levels that we've been waiting for on these markets. So as you would imagine, we're like kids in a candy shop here at the Gold and Silver Club, taking advantage to reload here on multiple markets at bargain basement prices. A lot of these prices we have not seen in over 18 months. Amazing opportunities here on Palladium, sub $900 per ounce, which we were able to get off the back of the Sunday Open. Platinum as well, fantastic opportunities here to build into trades back at the 900 zone. Finally, we've done it. We've come all the way back down towards the swing lows, retesting lows that have not been seen in over a year. Absolutely phenomenal opportunities here. Now we're being gifted with those. I cannot stress enough. This is amazing opportunity here to capitalize on the extreme fear that we're seeing in the market right now. We've seen multiple cascading sell-offs across commodities, all coming back down to our buy zones. We've been gifted with the gap lower here off the back of the Sunday Open to start getting into trades here. You can see great opportunities yet again for platinum and palladium back at $900 per ounce. And as you can imagine, oil is already getting the bid. The best entry we've gotten so far with WTI crude oil has been $59.75. In fact, already oil is back up 2.6% on the day on Monday. Gap lower off the Sunday Open. We were swooping in immediately just after 11 o'clock London time, building out multiple trades across the energies and also the precious metals. And already those trades are moving into profitability as we're only into the start of the US Open here on Monday. So I cannot stress enough, absolutely massive opportunities here for you to capitalize across the precious metals and across the energies here as well. Now, as you will know, gold, we already took the opportunity to bank a windfall amount of profit for 10,000 points when we hit $3,000 per ounce. That was an absolutely immense windfall amount of profit. Historic trade for us at the Gold and Silver Club. Silver, as mentioned before, we banked it at $33 per ounce. What have we seen now? Silver prices, they've now tanked over 11% to the downside over the last week here off the back of Donald Trump's tariffs on Wednesday, offering much better opportunities now to reload. And again, I have to repeat, we have banked this trade at $33 per ounce. Silver, alongside platinum, alongside palladium, alongside gold, they're all getting the bid now. In chaos, there is opportunity, and there is opportunity everywhere right now in the commodity market. So I do hope you have a fantastic week and capitalize on the huge opportunities being presented right now. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, cutting edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of that bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it, making 6, 7, 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence powered approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive, data-driven and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks and hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, further compound that with the key liquidity zones so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, utilize fundamentals, macroeconomics, capital flows, alongside the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations. then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we are in one of the greatest periods of wealth creation the world has seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money making opportunities, build significant life changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivestradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.